Welcome, Mr. Ambrose. Welcome in Imad Online Academy's online speaking session classes. So, dear students of Imad Online Academy, today we have our foreign student from Nigeria, a country in Africa whose name is Ambrose. And he's very interesting person. When you will meet him and listen to him, you will really enjoy all that talk. And today we shall talk about African culture, its languages, its people, its customs and traditions. So let's move toward Ambrose. Ambrose, where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria, a country in Africa. We also refer to as the giant of Africa.
That's really great. Okay, how old you are?
I'm 23 years old.
Okay. Okay, dear students of Imadan in Academy, right now we are not following the exact schedule of spoken test in IELTS exam. We are just having a casual talk, just for providing an opportunity to speak and talk in English. Okay, Ambrose, are you a university student or do you go to any college?
Should I use, I'm a college, I went to college having a diploma degree in nursing.
In nursing. So you completed your diploma degree in nursing.
Yeah.
That's fine. Why did you choose that thing? Do you like to help people? Do you like to serve patients and put bandages to their wounds? And do you like these things? Do you want to serve humanity? Is that the reason that why you chose nursing?
The normal saying that nursing is always a calling. Right from the time I was young, I always wanted to be part of promoting health in our people, and that find me interesting because my grandmom, then he was sick. There was a main nurse who which normally come to our home to take care of him. So I so much admire.
All right, you have got good vocabulary to speak and you have good grammatical structures as well. But one thing you need to improve, that is your accent. It looks like African more than English. So with continuous practice and with continuously attending your spoken classes, I hope so that you will improve your speaking accent in English. So you have to unless you achieve your English accent, you need to speak slowly to make all the English sounds clearly uttered.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, and you can also attend our English phonetics classes where we teach English sounds, consonant sounds, how to articulate them, how to pronounce them. That is articulately phonetics where you study all that. Anyhow, all right. So you have done diploma in nursing. From which institute did you study that? Which university you went?
The University of Benin Teaching Hospital located in Edo State, Benin City.
University of Benin. It English spellings they show Benin, but you pronounce it like Benishon like that. How did you pronounce that? University of?
Benin, Benin.
It's Benin.
Yes, Benin.
University of Benin. So, dear students, you can find this university on internet as well. I have visited the site and it's really a good, interesting university in Nigeria. So people are more coming now these days in Africa as well towards education and study. Okay, Mr. Ambrose, in the study of African culture and life in the old books like Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad and Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, we all the people around the world have an image of Africa that it's a very dark place. There is no education, there is no civilization, they are barbarian people like that. Do you agree that Africa is like that, or the reality is a bit different from that? How would you describe your African culture, its education, its people? Can you hear me? Okay, brother. I think there was internet connection problem on your side. What about internet conditions in Nigeria? Is it better there?
I can say, but believe the internet connection over here is a little kind of for this boils down to your own area or the environment when you stay. So sometimes you can stay in a region where you have a poor internet connection, and maybe some other areas, same in Nigeria, may have a strong internet connection.
So in Nigeria, you have weaker internet connections, and that's also a big problem that makes you disconnected from the world around you when you have weak internet connection, because the world has become a global village these days, and people are more connected than ever. Okay, let's talk about, you were going to tell about the reality in Africa, how the people live there, what are their cultures and traditions, and are they educated people? Do you go to universities and colleges for education?
Yeah, like
You may turn off your camera to have a good spoken so that your voice may reach us.
hello.
Yes, I can hear you. You can still speak by turning off your camera. I think there is some internet connection. So here are the people that you can see that in Africa, the people have still internet connection problems and they don't have enough facilities. Yes, Ambrose, you were talking about the people in Africa, their culture and traditions.
Hello, hello.
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Speak, please.
Okay,
Tell us something
you
about
were
your
saying something.
culture, about African people, about education there.
Okay, for Nigeria, they are very a type of culture in Nigeria. This also boils down to the ethnic group. I think we have about 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria with lots of languages, over 500.
500
So that
languages, do
makes
you
us
mean?
unique. And
Do you mean
I
500
think,
languages?
I think so.
Oh,
We have a
that's
lot of
great.
languages in.
That's great that you have so many languages in Nigeria.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Do people in Africa read books and go to universities? What's about education in Africa?
Okay, education in Africa, should I use Nigeria per se, is quite good. The educational system is quite good, and I believe more than half of the Nigeria population, they are educated. They are educated, yeah.
So, which books do you read in your colleges and university? Which subjects do you read there?
Okay, like I told you before, I'm a nurse. Then we did on medical book, like there are various type of medical book, we did on life, so we'll be entitled to read a lot of book. Just the anatomy and physiology. This have to do with the human body and the way they function, the psychology, the sociology, and that's etc.
That's great that you people are reading psychology and sociology, these type of subjects in psychology that has recent many developments around the world in academia. So many people are reading psychology and understanding human beings more than before. That's interesting to know. All right. Okay, we have learned one thing from the history books that in African culture, the oral tradition was too much common. So the grandmothers used to tell stories to their grandchildren, and they would memorize stories and poetries in order to make their memories good, like Langston Hughes, who wrote about African people. The stars are so beautiful, so are the eyes of my people. The night is also beautiful, so are the faces of my people. The sky is beautiful too, so are the souls of my people. Like that, he wrote about African black people. So, like Langston Hughes, he was a class poet when he came into America. So in African tradition, there was too much emphasis on learning and memorizing stories and poetry orally. Was it a tradition there in your culture, and is it still prevailing there? Did your grandmother tell you stories?
To me, back in the days, I think it is more. I think it is more prevalent than now because of technology and other stuff. Because then I can remember when I was little, my grandmom always tell us a story before going to bed, and which we find very interesting. But now in the modern days, we often use technology such as phone. You can see just a little child like 3 years old start dealing on the phones and other stuff. So they don't even have time of even talking about stories and other stuff. I think for now that story stuff is maybe is actually reducing.
It's reducing. So it's not reducing, it's reducing. So there is a C, not Z sound. So with the passage of time, with continuous attending spoken classes, your accent will also improve, your sounds will be improved. Okay, students, as you have heard from Mr. Ambrose, the culture of telling stories before going to bed by grandmothers and elders at home is also about to end in Africa, the places like Africa as well, because the culture is being modernized and our culture of humanity is being hijacked by the excessive use of technology. So, according to Mr. Ambrose, uh, in culture in Nigeria is also much changings are taking place, and now no more grandmothers are there to tell stories to their grandchildren before going to bed, because the children are also busy in playing games on mobile phones, watching cartoons, and human beings are more connected digital than physical relationships. So it was really a very good, wonderful, and interesting session with Mr. Ambrose. He joined us from Africa, but due to internet connection, he couldn't continue well. So there were many distortions as well. So thank you very much, Mr. Ambrose, for joining us. It was really a very beautiful session. That so this type of session actually provide us opportunity for the first hand information from a real person who is living in Africa. So we don't need to go for newspapers, we don't need to read just history books to learn about any culture. We should directly read that culture from the people who are living in that culture. Okay, Mr. Ambrose, can you hear me? Mr. Ambrose, can you hear me now? I think there is still some internet problem. All right, I hope so. With a new class of our spoken English sessions, we shall have another guest with us from a new country. So, as well as we have watched in this session that in
Hello,
Africa
I
now,
can hear
yes,
you.
yes, can you hear me now, Mr. Ambrose?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Mr. Ambrose, would you tell us something more about the family system in your country? Do the people live with their parents, or do you live separately after when you get married in the separate homes and houses with just wives and children, or the people live in joint families, in big families?
Okay, in Nigeria, we know we have various type of family in Nigeria. We have what we call the extended family and that of the nuclear family. The nuclear family just boils down to the mother, father, and children, when the
Okay.
extended family comprises of grandmothers and other stuff. But if, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, continue, please. I think the
Can you hear
children
me?
are, I think children have come to talk to you.
Hello.
Yes, yes, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay. We're talking about family. Okay, family in Africa is quite amazing because if you're young, you normally stay with your parents. Maybe when you turn adult or you grown enough to be self-dependent, you can decide to leave your parents' home and maybe you get married and that's it.
So if someone gets married and leaves home, so what about your parents? How do they manage life without their children when they are gone and after getting married? Who looks after
The
them?
truth, the truth is that they are going to get used to it because we stay with them because it's just like a normal, should I say, a normal thing for a child to become older and live experience. So they know about the system. So definitely one day is going to happen. Like, for example, when I can be able to take care of myself, like self-dependent, definitely I'm going to leave my parents.
That's nice. That's good.
Maybe,
Okay, do you often read books other than sociology, psychology, and your university courses? Do
and
you?
also maybe some other time I can come visit them.
Okay, okay. Do you like reading books?
Hello.
Yes, I said that. Do you like reading books?
Uh, well, I yes, I like reading book, but the book I love reading is pertaining to my course. But you know, some people like reading novel, and some people like reading novel, but I'm not that kind of person that love reading novel. I only read when I know I need that book in terms of my educational course and career.
Oh, do you have you memorized any English poem that you would like to share with us, though you don't like reading novels and much of stuff of literature, but do you have you ever memorized any English poem?
Uh, no, 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 no. I can't, I can't see
Okay,
that now.
okay, all right. That's interesting. What about the weather conditions these days in your country?
Sorry, the network. You said what?
What about the weather conditions, climate conditions, weather conditions in your
Uh,
country?
Okay, the weather condition here is quite good. And this also depends on the region. Like in the northern side, they are more of cool and other stuff. And but now it's raining. It's rainy season.
It's rainy season, so are you enjoying rains there? Do you live at a desert place or a field?
No, we a feed, no that no a feed.
Okay, all right. Do you live in a village or a city? Do you live in a
No,
village or a city?
a city.
Okay. Do you like city life in Nigeria or village life?
City life is good, but I believe village life is interesting due to the culture and more practice there over the city.
Yes, that's an interesting point that you are quoting that culture is more practiced in village life. You can see any culture in its pure in its much better and purer form in the villages of that culture because village actually are not much affected by the modernization and globalization. So actually in the village life there is a pure human culture that you can see in more of the most of the villages. So, would you tell us something interesting about the villages in Africa and Nigeria? Do you have pure milk and butter and dairy products and animals and pure food there, healthy foods there, and greenery and plants and fields there, crops there to enjoy the green and the fresh air to smell in the villages? Do you have these things there? How would you describe the villages in Africa?
Okay, the villages in Africa, like we said, they are not that civilized. Deforestation are much over there, which are helping this natural breathing you were talking about. And also the food there are really good, They are fresh.
So fresh foods are available in villages in Africa. So
Yes.
so they are stronger people, I think, than the people living in cities. Is it so?
Yes, I would say so because most of them do go to work, and the work we're talking about have to do with your manpower, which is your man strength, not compare to the one in city that you just have to deal with your psychology and other stuff. Then
Mhm.
people in the village, they mostly depend on man's strength in terms of farming and the hunting and the rest.
That's interesting hobbies are they have. So hunting is also popular in Africa, is it so?
Yes. We do hunt in Africa. We do hunt in Africa.
Okay, do you also like hunting? Have you ever done hunting?
No.
All right. Which types of food do you eat in Africa? Do you eat fast foods or homemade organic foods? Can you hear me now, Mr. Ambrose? I think again there is some internet problem. Okay, people, we have learned about African culture, and as he's also mentioning that in their villages, there are fresh foods are available. Just now, same in all countries, we are lacking the fresh foods, the fresh environment to live in, and lack of the time that people don't have enough time to sit together, to talk together in the modernized cities and urban areas all around the world. The issue is the same, and the same global situation is affecting the African culture and tradition as well. I hope so that all of you must have enjoyed this session with an African student who is from University of Benin, and there he is reading and learning something, and he talked about psychology and sociology that people in Africa are learning there. So you can also join Imad Online Academy for online spoken English classes. You can comment in the comment section. You can write the name of your country that you are from and your university name, and you can send a request to if you want to join the next session. So we are daily having these classes from for our international students. Thank you very much for staying with us. We are planning to talk more about new cultures, new countries, new traditions around the globe. Stay connected with us. Keep watching Imad Online Academy.